Yes, people, we are back on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube channel for another Manchester United match reaction and Manchester United crash out of the FA Cup in the 5th round to Fulham on penalties. 1-1 after 90 minutes, 1-1 after full time, and then 4-3 on penalties. United go out and a chance at a trophy disappears. Plenty to unpack. But first and foremost, it's a common theme in my match reactions. Lineups. This is on Amorim. If we play a better lineup from the start here, maybe we win the game. Because as he's made the changes, guess what? Manchester United looked better. Stop relying on these same players and playing these same players who cost you game after game after game. But I think we all heard it growing up, or most of us would have. If you can't hear, you must feel. And also another thing we've all heard is a phrase that states doing the same thing and expecting different results is the definition of insanity. And that's where Amorim's at with this. All right, Onana was okay today, made some good saves. Maguire didn't really cost us today. But Bruno, outside of the goal and a couple good moments in the last stages of the second half and in extra time, was terrible. Dalot, yeah, got an assist. Outside of that, terrible. Absolutely awful. Højlund, how he lasted 65, 67 minutes on the pitch, I have no idea. And you've seen the impact that Cheeto made. Yes, he should have done better. Cheeto should have done better with a few of the opportunities that he made. But the key word in the sentence I just said there are opportunities. How's Cheeto on the pitch and looking more dangerous than you? You had the one that the shot that Leno saved with the left hand, that was unlucky. There was the one where Bruno played the pass into him, a better touch. You had the one where Calvin Bassey, he kind of spun Calvin Bassey, and if he hits the deck, maybe a penalty gets given. But here, what I'm talking about, I can remember the last match reaction where I've spoke about a Højlund actually having multiple chances to score. Is one here or there. And Cheeto just looked more dangerous, and this is why I've been saying play the youth players. But it's like the manager doesn't want to do that. Heaven got on the pitch. And guess what? Played all right. Defended well. Was fine on the ball. No issues whatsoever. And had he played that lineup from the start and throw in some more youth players, maybe we play better. Again, two fullbacks at wingbacks. We struggle to create. We struggle to score. And yet you are then taking attackers out of our attack, out of the team, that is already dead. Try playing a winger there like a Garnacho. As much as I don't want to see him play, put Garnacho at wing back. Play one of the youth players at wing back. Try it. Let's see what happens. And the manager refuses to in the first half, dead. Let's clarify that from both sides. Absolutely woeful. Fulham scored from their only shot on target. You could argue we was the better side, but we really didn't offer too much going forward. I don't remember in the first half Leno making any save of note where you go, oh, he should have scored. Højlund had a half chance, but he spooned that far and wide. And again, Manchester United conceding from a set piece. No one getting Munez for the flick on. No one marking Bassey. And I said it in my watch along. I stated it. I said, they've offered nothing going forward, and their first meaningful attack, they're going to score. And their first meaningful attack, guess what they did? Scored. We're 1-0 down. No changes from the manager at halftime. Why? What did you see from us going forward? Defensively, fine. Onana, for the most part, fine. The three centre-backs in Euro, Maguire, De Ligt, fine. Nagate from a defensive standpoint, fine. Both of the wing-backs from a defensive standpoint but what did you see going forward? What did you see in the middle third or the final third that made you go, this is good enough? Ring the changes. And the second half was pretty much of the same. He did eventually ring, but he rang the changes early because Garnacho got on. Who else got on as well? So much has gone on. Somebody else got on the pitch as well. And we were a little bit of Cheeto. That was it. No, because that was it. Cheeto wasn't even till later. So it was Garnacho early. Then Cheeto eventually got on. And that was like 67 minutes in. And we got the goal. Good goal. As much as I criticized Dalot, he actually picked out Bruno. And Bruno, very, very good finish. Very, very, very good finish on his weaker side. And we're in the game. But again, we just didn't do enough. And then the second half of the second half, it felt like Fulham we were down to 10 men. That's why I had to check. Like, did somebody get sent off? Like, what is going on? Why are Fulham just the dominant team? And Onana, to his credit, actually made some good saves in the second half and in extra time. In particular, the one from Smith Rowe stands out. You got the one from Sessegnon as well. But like I stated, Cheeto got on the pitch and made impact. Like I said before, yeah, he should have done better with his chances, but I'm glad that he's actually creating. Heaven played as well. He did well. Casemiro, I want to give a shout out to as well. I thought Casemiro played well. I thought he did indeed play well, but it's just not enough. Who else have I not mentioned? Xerxes was very hit and miss. Did some very good things. Did some very bad things. Bruno the same. Højlund non-existent. Garnacho is just poor. You know, he's just not good enough. Decision making. And that cost us. And then onto the penalties. The first 3 penalties, fine. First 3 penalties, fine. Bruno bins this penalty. Dalot bins this penalty. Casemiro bins this penalty. But then Lindelof, normally a good penalty taker, from when poor, because technically he's pretty sound. Poor Xerxes, who obviously took his penalty in against Arsenal in the FA Cup 3rd round. Poor penalties, and we was out. And as for Onana in the penalty shootout, dived the right way once. 1 out of 4, he dived the right way. And then we go out the competition. And it's just disappointing because this was the time the manager had to ring the changes. And that's what I'll stem from. Yes, we played better in extra time, but we shouldn't be relying on changes. How about start as you mean to go on? And the manager mentioned about playing youth players in the cup competitions. And he's rotated. FA Cup previous rounds, he's rotated. Carabao Cup, he rotated. Europa League games, he's rotated. But we get to the FA Cup 5th round against Fulham. It's not like it's against Liverpool or it's against Manchester City or it's against Chelsea. We're playing Fulham at home, who, let's be honest, yes, they're better than us, but they ain't great. They're mid too. That's what you expected. We played them 3 times and all 3 games have just been absolutely mediocre, substandard, average. And it goes to show why we are both where we are in the table. We really didn't offer too much. Even though the shot count went up and our shots on target went up and their shot count went up and their shots on target went up, there wasn't many chances where you go, oh, he should have bagged that on either end. I'd say a couple either way. But it was just poor, and this is on the manager. Play better, like the experiment. This was your time. Because this was an opportunity to save our season. I said before the game, it was must win. We've lost. Now on to Sociedad. That first leg is must not lose. Not saying we have to win, it's must not lose. Am I confident going to Sociedad and getting a result? Hell no. Am I confident of going through in that tie? Hell no. And if we come back with any deficit, we're going out. Let me just state that. If we come back from Spain and we're 1-0, it can be 1-0 we lose or 2-1, whatever the case may be, because there's no away goal. We are going out, and guess what? Our season's over. Season could be over by Thursday night. Our season could be over. Literally. Season could be over in 5 days. From Sunday to Thursday, season's a wrap. Done. Dusted. And what you could have actually salvaged it. We had the opportunity to salvage what has been an absolute horrific season. So we got to get it right. Players got to get this right as well. So big up, hit the like button, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. And my apologies, I didn't do a match reaction after Ipswich. I was out, so that's why I didn't do it. But big up, like I said, hit the like button. Please comment, subscribe to the channel. Salute.